It is midnight. You lie awake, thinking, and don't know how to find peace again. Your heartbeat is too fast. Your thoughts are spinning in circles. You are alone with the noise in your head. And then it happens. You feel something soft, warm, and heavy on your chest. Your cat has lain down exactly there, without an invitation, without an explanation, just like that. They look at you for a moment, turn around once, and rest their head. And then, after a few moments, you begin to calm down, almost without noticing it. Why does your cat lie exactly on your chest? And why does this often happen when you need it the most? The answer is no coincidence, and it is not a sign of seeking warmth or a comfortable sleeping position. What your cat is doing in these moments is something scientists only fully understood a few years ago. And when you hear it, you will never look at your nights with them the same way again. But first, have you ever noticed that they lie on your chest when you are agitated, but rarely when you are sleeping peacefully? Think about it. Isn't that strange? Why right then? Why right there? Stay with me, because what I am about to explain will show you that your cat knows you deeper than you think. Cats have a sense of hearing that goes far beyond ours. They hear frequencies that are invisible to us. And among these frequencies is the heartbeat. Your heartbeat, quite concretely and measurably. A calm person has a heartbeat between 60 and 70 beats per minute. Steady, rhythmic, predictable. An agitated person has 80, 90, sometimes more. Irregular, shallow, tense. Your cat hears this difference. They feel it under their paw when they lie on you. And what they do then is something science only found a name for a few years ago. Researchers at the University of Sussex have shown that a cat's purr generates frequencies between 25 and 150 Hz. These frequencies fall into the range known in medical research to heal tissue and reduce stress. In other words, when your cat lies on your chest and purrs, they are actively sending healing vibrations into your body. They lower your blood pressure. They slow down your heartbeat. They bring your nervous system back to a resting state. That is not a metaphor. That is biology. But here is something most cat owners never learned. Your cat does not do this randomly. They choose your chest for a specific reason. That is exactly where your heart is. That is exactly the place they want to stabilize. They have learned throughout their life what you sound like when you are calm, and they know when you deviate from that. This gap between the rhythm they know and the rhythm they hear is their signal. It is as if an alarm goes off inside them. Something is wrong here. I am needed here. And so they come, quietly, without drama, without expecting a reaction. They lie down exactly where the problem is and start solving it with the only tool they have, themselves. Imagine you had someone in your life who does that, who just comes when you are feeling down, who doesn't ask what's wrong, who doesn't try to solve it with words, who simply sits next to you and stays. Your cat is that person, every day, every night, without a break, without exception. But here comes the part that truly left me speechless when I first read it. A long-term study examined how cat owners differ from people without animals in times of crisis. The result: cat owners had significantly lower cortisol levels, meaning less stress hormone, even the next morning. Not after a therapy session, not after a conversation, but after a night with their cat on their chest. Your cat is your biological anchor. They literally keep you from drifting away. And the beauty of it is, they don't ask if you deserve it. They don't ask if you function well today. They come because you are you, because your heartbeat is familiar to them, because you are their home. You have probably noticed that they are more likely to lie on the chest of certain people in the room than others. That is no coincidence. Cats are masterful at distinguishing nervousness from calm, even with strangers. Anyone who is too tense, too unpredictable, too loud in their inner energy is avoided. Someone who is calm, even if they are sad, someone who has a clear, steady presence, gets chosen. So the fact that they lie with you is also a judgment about you, a very loving one. It says, I trust your rhythm. I know who you are at your core, and I choose you anyway, over and over again. Now a question I really want to ask you to answer for yourself. When was the last time someone simply sat next to you without words because they sensed you needed them? Your cat does that every night when it is necessary. Not because they have to, not because they get something in return, but because they have found the human in you whose heartbeat they trust. And they orient their own inner balance to this heartbeat. Their purring is not an answer to you. It is an invitation to you. An invitation to breathe, to slow down, to stay. There are nights when you don't know how you will make it to the next morning, when the carousel of thoughts just won't stop. And then this small, warm being lies on you, and breathes steadily, and purrs. And at some point, you can't exactly say when, you start breathing the same way. Steadier, deeper, calmer, as if you had borrowed a rhythm that was always there. Biologists call this physiological synchronization, when two organisms adapt to each other over time. This happens between mother and child, between old spouses, and between you and your cat every night. You give them safety, they give you peace. You are, without knowing it, in a constant conversation. A conversation without words that goes deeper than most conversations you have ever had with humans. The next time they lie on your chest, do one thing. Put your hand on them. Feel their warmth. Feel how their little chest rises and falls. Feel the vibration of the purr. And then, very consciously, breathe in their rhythm. Not your rhythm, theirs. You will notice how something shifts inside you, how a tension you hadn't even noticed releases. That is the heartbeat anchor. That is the gift they give you every night, without asking for anything in return. They heal you, silently, unnoticed, persistently, every night when you need it. And when you wake up tomorrow and they are still lying on you, then you now know what that means. It means your heartbeat has calmed down. They have done their job. You are safe. Thank them, not with words, simply by staying calm, present, there. Because that is all they ever wanted from you, for you to stay and allow them to do the same. Tell us in the comments if your cat also lies on your chest, and when that mostly happens. We are excited to hear your stories, because each one shows us how deep this connection really goes. And if you know someone who has trouble sleeping, send them this video today. Perhaps the answer they are looking for has been lying on their chest for years, purring.